Hi, this is James Headley. Welcome back to the Living in Naples channel. Coming to you today from beautiful Eagle Creek Golf and Country Club here in Naples, Florida. We're here at the front entrance to Eagle Creek. We're going to take a drive around, do a little golf cart tour today, which is one way that a lot of residents get around within the gates of Eagle Creek and just outside the gates to some of the neighboring community. Apologize for the noise. Eagle Creek is located at the intersection of US 41 and CR 951, otherwise known as Tamiami Trail and Collier Boulevard. It's much quieter once you get inside the gates, but it is at a fairly busy intersection, which is great because it does give you proximity to Marco Island very easily, to downtown Naples and the beach, to I-75 and other parts. So just a great location. Full disclosure, I moved to this community earlier this year after having an eye on it for quite some time. So I do have some particular insider information, relatively new. And if you hang in until the end of the video, I will give you a little insider nugget or two that's maybe very helpful to you if you're considering Eagle Creek. So with that, let's dive right into our video tour. Well, here we have a look at some of the surroundings. This is just outside of the 951 gate, the main gate from Eagle Creek. As you can see in the distance there, across 951, we have a Walmart, major shopping center there. Just through the trees here, there's an outpost of the county tax collector's office, which also gives you driver's license services, pay your property taxes, and a variety of other services here. There's a deli, Italian deli. There's also a Supercuts and a nail salon there. As we go just a little bit farther down, see in the distance here, we've got a Bell's Outlet, the Home Centric, those are combined, a Ross, Draws for Less, Marshalls, Michaels, PetSmart, and Ulta. Just a bit further down, you can see the signs in the distance for 75, 41, 951. So again, we're at the intersection of 41 and 951 here. There's an Aldi supermarket in here as well behind the trees. A dental office, and then down at the lights in the distance at the intersection, there are a number of restaurants, and we'll take a quick look at some of what's available there later on in the tour. Here we are coming up the entrance into Eagle Creek. This is the gatehouse, 24-hour manned gatehouse with regular security that travels around the community located here just to make sure everything is in order. Here's a little secret for you. Not a lot that's going to be of disorder here in the community, but very nice. As you can see, very well landscaped throughout the community. You'll see a bit more of that later, but just a little taste of our entrance here. As always, if you like what you see in this video, please do like, subscribe, and share, and let's get on with the tour. Eagle Creek is made up of 3 distinct condo complexes, 2 separate villa complexes, and then 2 primary single-family home sections of the community. We're looking at the first of the condo complexes as you come in through the gate on your left. These are some of the older condos in the community. Everything from 1 bedrooms up to 3 bedrooms. They have their own separate community swimming pool area, which is just over here to our left. Golf course is behind, as you can see through the garage cutouts here. There are detached garages in front of the condos for your convenience. A bit of additional storage area within the premises themselves as well. And each of these condos, each of these condo complexes, you can find prices ranging from around $150,000 these days for a 1-bedroom up to a bit over $400,000 for 2 and 3 bedroom condos. The secret has started to get out as those prices have creeped up, as traditionally they've been in the $100,000 to $200,000 range, but there are still some great opportunities to be had here in condos as well as in villas and the single family homes, which we'll have a look at in just a few minutes. Here we are at the Waterford Bridge. This is just across from the condos we just saw, and here we see the second set of condos that I referenced. both sides of the bridge, all along the water here. And just behind us and to the right, we can see the first of the villa complexes here within Eagle Creek. And as I pan around, off in the distance, you can see the Crystal Lake Center. This is where the fitness center is for the community, the pool. There is a outdoor dining area, cafe, and we will have a closer look at that in a bit of time. As we continue here on the Waterford Bridge, we will come up to the member entrance and exit, only accessible as a member, resident of the community. You get a gate pass, which automatically opens the gate from either side. See a pool for this condo community. And here is the member gate as well. And we're just going to let this car go through and then pop out ourselves. Here we are, just outside of the Waterford Bridge exit and entrance to Eagle Creek. We come to the shops at Eagle Creek. This is really walking distance, depending upon where you live in Eagle Creek, maybe a mile, mile and a half at most, perhaps shorter than that from a couple of the condos in one villa complex. So you have your, as you can see from the sign, you've got a Lowe's, a Staples, Fresh Market for your grocery shopping needs. Hoots is a wonderful breakfast and lunch place. A BurgerFi, Allstate Insurance. And then as we pan around, let's see, Panera here. There's a Wells Fargo. Just a bit farther down, just across the street, there's a Wawa convenience store, dollar store off in the distance. In this same shopping center here, Shops at Eagle Creek, you also have a pool supply store, an insurance agency, a Chinese restaurant. So pretty much basically anything you could possibly want or need for a quick run out. There is a 7-Eleven just down on the other side of this parking lot, as well as a Walgreens and a CVS just over in the distance, if that's your preference in drugstores. And then across the street, and this is US 41, so the other intersection or other boundary, if you will, to Eagle Creek, you can see a SunTrust Bank, a Burger King. There's another Regions Bank here, Carrabba's. A bit farther down, you have an Outback. There's a Publix shopping center mall here, anchored with a burger bar, music venue, pizza joint, pet store, as well as a variety of other businesses. So, as you can see, very, very convenient area. Lots of opportunity for your immediate shopping needs, if not your bigger shopping needs. And again, quite convenient, walking distance or a very, very short drive. So now we'll head back inside the gates of Eagle Creek and take a little closer look at some of the communities there. That brings us to Crystal Lake. Again, this is one of the member hubs along with the Clubhouse. Here we are in the fitness center. A little bit of a taste of this. Very nice. Just some great views outside as you're working out across the lake to the Waterford Bridge and out to the other condos. Generally, I've found that it's not a case of having to wait for a exercise machine in here. Rarely is it very crowded, which is nice. And when there are some items that need repairing, they've been very quick to do so. And we'll step out here to the pool area. Just don't want to disturb people, so apologies for the lower voice. There is our cafe, outdoor bar across the way. And head back inside. Into the private studio. Fitness classes are offered here, multiple classes per day. All classes are included. The price for the classes is included in your membership, so no additional charge there. And just to the outside of our Crystal Lake Center, come out to the tennis courts. Extensive tennis center, tennis pro on site, and finally, tennis is a little more aggressive athletically than you'd like. Perhaps bocce is more your speed. But again, just a very beautiful setting here. Again, a primary hub for the community. Different event nights here, as well as athletic and social gatherings here at Crystal Lake. And let's move on. After leaving Crystal Lake, we come to the estates, and this is one of the two primary sections of single-family homes within Eagle Creek. I'm going to move ahead out of the maintenance here and just take a drive down a couple of the streets so you can get a sense of some of the architecture and the types of homes you can expect here within the community. A bit of a range of homes here, significant in many cases renovations that have been done. Many homes with pools, many without as well. Generally, you're getting either water view or a golf course view in most of the single-family homes within Eagle Creek. And again, you can expect that a single-family home will run you somewhere on the order of $500,000 to $800,000, depending upon the section, the view, obviously size of home, amount of updating that's been done, etc. And as we swing around the cul-de-sac, we'll take a pause until I arrive at the next of the single-family home sections. Starting here with the 16th green here in the distance, we'll come across the second of the two major bridges here within Eagle Creek, just to give you a sense of the surroundings, the back of some of the homes here with their water views, lanais, and just a serene environment. And that brings us lastly to Cypress Point Preserve. Lastly among the single-family home neighborhoods, it's actually the single-family home neighborhood with the largest homes in general within Eagle Creek. As I've said, $500,000 to $800,000 for single-family homes in here. It's a going rate these days as they continue to rise. There was a home in this community that was sold for $1.7 million earlier this year. So just a bit grander in scale. Some really great sweeping golf course and water views from back in this community. As it is primarily on the back nine of the Eagle Creek community. In addition to Crystal Lake, which we saw, here we are at the main clubhouse, which is the primary center of social activity here, as well as, of course, golf activity as we look at the golf course. There's been a lot of work done at the clubhouse and on the golf course this past year. And they're finishing up this back veranda of the club, adding some additional outdoor dining space, entertaining space, event space, but just a first-class facility. We'll go inside and have a look in just a moment. While we're here, I should say that any resident of Eagle Creek must be either a social member or a golf member. Social membership is now $40,000. A golf membership initiation is $65,000. And then the annual fees, I can give you some specific numbers, but you're looking at, somewhere in the order, or on the order of around 12 for the golf membership and 9 or so for a social membership. And let's enter the clubhouse here through the front portico. there has been some talk of perhaps Florida-ing up, if you will, the clubhouse here. I'm of two minds on that. Certainly that is the trend in terms of decor in the area and design, and there is definitely a groundswell of movement for that. That said, I also am partial to the wood look and to that more northeastern type of club that I grew up in, or to be more accurate, that I grew up around. I wasn't a country club kid growing up, but I'm happy to be one here. This is just a first-class facility, and I would love to give you a tour, play a round of complimentary golf with you to give you a sense of whether this is a place that you think you could belong or not, and of course talk some real estate along the way. So please do be in touch anytime. I'd love to work with you, and we'll talk to you about that in the future. As we exit the clubhouse, we'll see the last of the condo communities in three distinct condo communities. These are the Cypress View condos. Relatively similar across the board in all three. There's some distinctive characteristics of each that we can discuss, but you can't go wrong in any of the three condo communities here, nor any of the villa or single family home communities. And speaking of those villa communities, that is where we will be entering now as we enter the Cypress View villas. Looking at two plus den, 3-bedroom villas in this community. And I think if you compare on $1 per square foot, what you get for your money, views, club environment, a fully gated community, and the location, this really does remain one of the best kept secrets in Naples. Unfortunately, at the time of this recording, there is just one active one active listing in the community, that for a single family home. So it is a bit of a challenge to get in, as over 20% of the community has turned over in the past year, as that secret has gotten out a little bit. However, as a resident here and a full golf member and with some connections in place already, as I promised, I'd give you a bit of an insider tip here at the end. I would love to work with you and talk with you about some ways that we might do some off-market opportunity or create a market opportunity if Cypress View or any other section of Eagle Creek is of interest to you. And as one last little sneak peek and tidbit, I'm going to take a walk inside one of the villas here to give you a sense of what you might expect. Well, thanks again for joining me today. Again, if you enjoy the content, please do like, subscribe, and share with your friends. This is the sneak peek of the interior of one of the villas. I have to say that the openness, the extremely high ceilings, skylights, just the brightness of these villas is one of the major attractors. Being able to step outside onto your lanai, enjoy a pool in some of these, enjoy some great golf course and water view in the distance there. It's really a primary selling point, and wouldn't trade this for the world. So thanks again for joining me. I'll see you on the next episode.